Hello, hello. All the spoiled agents are coming
Susan?
in.
Welcome, welcome.
Hi, Club Med friends.
Oh my God, look at the participants. It's building fast.
Wow.
You guys always draw a great crowd, though.
Travel Agent Month, people, they want to see the oldest all-inclusive in the game, so they pop in to see us, and we appreciate it.
The oldest, like, right?
I don't like the oldest though. It makes it sound
The
less
first,
than- the first. Let's go with the first.
the whole enchilada. Hello, 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 everybody. Welcome. Well, we have quite the crowd coming in, of course. Oh, the OG. I love it. Alyssa, you said it. That is perfectly it.
I like
Like,
OG.
you get to that point in your life. I'm just kidding. Hello, everybody. Welcome, welcome. Hello from Belleville, Sonia. Hello. How's everyone doing? We got quite the crowd. Grand Prairie, Toronto, Laura, my hometown. Quebec. Hello, Diane. All
All the
right.
way from Atlanta. Hello,
Atlanta. Wow.
ATL.
All right. Welcome, welcome everybody. So I think Tyler and Natasha, I think we're going to get started because we have quite the crowd on. And I know you guys have lots of great things that you want to say and go over. So I'm going to get started if that's okay. And we have some housekeeping things as well. But I'm wearing my 45 shirt because this is how we roll over here at Spoiled Agent when we have our Club Med day, right? I'd like
100%.
to welcome everyone and wish you all a very happy Travel Agent Day today. In the case of Spoiled Agent, happy Travel Agent Month because it's a month-long celebration for us. Our first webinar of the month, we're kicking off with our friends from Club Med. No stranger to any of you guys, our friend Tyler, who's a BDM. Tyler, and I think you brought a friend today.
Yes, joining us, brand new, and we'll get into our details a little bit more in the middle of this presentation. But we have Natasha, who just joined the BDM team last week, I think.
2 weeks
Is that right?
now.
2 weeks.
Yep.
Oh my God. You're almost antiqued at this point.
Hello, everyone.
Hi, Natasha. Welcome and so happy to join us today. We really appreciate your time. All right, well, we're going to get started because there's a lot of great things exciting happening, of course. A lot of them are saying hi to you, Natasha. I know Natasha
Hi.
has, she knows her Club Med as well, and definitely. And Tyler's going to go over everything new and exciting. And you guys are going to talk about Michès Playa Esmeralda, which is great. And
Yes.
I think you also have something very exciting that you want to announce that one lucky spoiled agent's going to get. What do you think, Tyler?
As long as they stay on to the very end of this presentation, and everyone knows I can be a little long-winded, so you really, really need to stay on. But yes,
Well,
today we're going to give away another 84,000 points, enough for two people for a week in any of our destinations. Um, Pretty good prize, I think.
I think it's a great prize. And also to your point, they have to stay on, of course, but they don't have to ask a question to qualify because people think that. But I know we send all the names over to Tyler and Natasha, and they're going to pick the winner. So if you get an email from Tyler and Natasha, let's say next week, because we're heading into the weekend,
Yeah,
then open it up because it is super good news because you're going to go experience Club Med for yourself with you and a companion, right?
exactly.
Absolutely.
Amazing. Okay, well, our session's being recorded. I ask that if anyone has any questions for the team to please add it only to the Q&A box because you're going to have a lot of oohs and ahs today. We're going to keep that to the chat box. How's that? All right, we're live on Facebook, we're live on Zoom, we're live on LinkedIn, we're live on YouTube as well. So we're going to take all the questions at the end. We haven't missed a beat, Tyler. That's it. We have it covered over here at Spoiled Agent.
I didn't even know you could go live on half those platforms. So
All right, amazing prize. I agree, Penny. So I'm going to let you guys get started and I'll meet you guys at the Q&A box at the end.
awesome. Thank you so much, Susan. So happy Travel Agent Day, everybody, or Travel Agent Month. Travel Agent Day being next week. We will be out on the road trying to see as many agents as we can. But like Susan said, Spoiled Agent goes big. We go for the entire month. So we're really excited to kind of kick it off by covering I think one of our, I don't want to say one of our best products because our products are all very good, but one of our newer, most exclusive products that we have, especially in North America, we are going to be talking exclusively about Michès Playa Esmeralda today. So I kind of hold this resort near and dear to me. It is the first sun product I did a fam trip at. It was the last sun product I did a fam trip at. We were just there last month. The first and only fully exclusive collection resort in all of North America for Club Med. And honestly, I love it. And we've got a special promotion just for travel agents, just for you guys this month. And we'll kind of cover that as we go through. So I'm going to start us off with just a little video to get it set for everything. So just a nice little invitation into exclusive collection right there, just showing you some of the different properties that we offer in exclusive collection and all the different ranges. Today, we're going to cover a lot of different stuff. So we will have some history and overview, resort categories, the target audiences, all of that stuff. We're going to dive very deep into the exclusive collection side of things, what the differences are, all of that fun stuff. And then, of course, we will go into the Club Med, which is Playa Esmeralda overview, all the reasons to be there, the amazing food, wellness, all of that stuff. So we'll cover all of that today. So get ready, get set. We're about to head into that. But first, I feel like we should just do a quick meet and greet. So obviously we had a brief introduction there with Susan. I hope by now everybody knows who I am. So I am Tyler Mattioli. I am the manager of new business development for Ontario and the Maritimes, so mostly for English Canada. So when we say new business development, what does that mean? It is accounts that haven't necessarily had a massive track record selling Club Med in the past. So I'm not working with just agencies that are opening their doors this week, last week, so on and so forth. It's with any accounts that exist that just aren't selling a ton of Club Med, and we're developing that new business and pushing it forward. As I mentioned, it is Ontario and the Maritimes. So for me, I do have the majority of bricks and mortar in Ontario. So if you are at an Expedia or a Marlin Travel or something like that, you probably fall under me. And then in the Maritimes, I have everything out there. So from New Brunswick all the way through straight to St. John's. I cover all of that territory, bricks and mortar and the like. And then, of course, I want to introduce you guys to Natasha George. It has been a long time coming. I'm so excited that she is here. And I'll let Natasha jump on and introduce herself here.
Thank you, Tyler. And my name is Natasha, as Tyler explained, and I'm happy to be here. I've been with Club Med since July of 2022. I've initially started in the call center, so I definitely may have been in contact with a lot of you in terms of travel agents, and very much love our product and very passionate about it. And I'm happy to be here and also share and also support you in any way that I can moving forward. So anything that you need, I know that Susan has already indicated and put in my email in the chat as well as Tyler, but we are here for you to kind of grow Ontario and Canada all around.
Thank you, Natasha. Like I said, very excited to have her on. She does, very modestly introduce herself. She was one of our top salespeople in the call center. She knows this product better than anybody, and that's all the way around. 70 resorts worldwide. She is a product expert, so there will be no, downtime for her to drink the Kool-Aid at Club Med. She will hit the ground running, and we're super excited to have her here. And my inbox couldn't be happier that we have somebody else here because it was a fun month and a half on my own. So thank you, Natasha, for taking the brunt away from me. Appreciate it. So, Club Med experience. Let's dive right in here. It all started with a pioneering vision. So, Gerard Blitz, one of our founding people in Club Med, he started with the purpose of life is to be happy. The place to be happy is here. The time to be happy is now. As long as Club Med is existed, this has been kind of at our core. We started shortly after World War II. We were opening in a time where people were trying to find a reason to be happy. A lot of crazy stuff had just happened. People had lost people, and it was, the idea was to get people out there to experience the world in a more positive way than what they had in the last 20 years. So we keep that at our core every day. And that's the l'esprit libre of everything. We want everybody to enjoy, disconnect, and relax and unwind and just have the best time you could possibly have at all of our properties. Speaking of all of our properties, here is our famous map. I know we say this a lot. A lot of people know us for our Caribbean product, and we are going to touch on that quite a bit today. But do remember, we are 70 resorts worldwide, fully all-inclusive worldwide. We are in the Indian Ocean. We are in Japan. We are in Europe. We are in Africa. We have 2 resorts opening next year in South Africa. So very exciting stuff happening, and a slew of amazing resorts all over the place. So yes, we do have Turks and Caicos. Yes, we have Punta Cana and Cancun. But remember, we also have all these amazing properties on top of that. So a great selection for every type of clientele. So our Club Med Premium Collection, so we have our 4 Trident resorts and then our exclusive collection range. A long time ago, about 23, 24 years ago, we took a look inside our company and we identified some of our villages that weren't necessarily where we wanted them to be. And to kind of keep up with our competitors, we wanted to kind of go through, eliminate some that we couldn't get to the level we wanted them to be to, and then add some new ones as well. So with that, we did the 4 Trident plan where we basically said, let's eliminate the stuff that's not going to work and then renovate the stuff that can work. So properties like Cancun and Punta that opened in the 70s, we constantly keep updating, renovating, and rebranding and making sure that they are top tier level for exactly what we want to offer across our brand. So all resorts are at the 4 Trident level now at a minimum. And then on top of that, we have our exclusive collection range. So with exclusive collection range, there's different styles. We'll touch on that more as we go into this. But a product like Michès Playa Esmeralda, fully exclusive collection resort, that's kind of what you can expect in that level. Our target audience, this has definitely changed over the years. We used to be pretty much predominantly adult only, and now it is very different. We are aimed at generational families. So we want the grandparents, their kids, and their kids all traveling together. Families with kids, couples, we still love to have couples. We're definitely not pushing them away. And there's different areas in every resort where they have opportunities to, you know, have quieter time than what they would have in the family dining room, etc. Grandparents with kids, couples with toddlers. You see this with our baby club and petite club, and then groups of friends and company retreats. That's kind of our target right now. The formula for us is simple: sports, kids, food and beverage. We started as the world's largest sports school. We continue to be the world's largest sports school, whether that be in our ski properties, whether that be Club Med Buccaneer in Martinique, where we have wakeboarding and water skiing. We have hydrofoil surfboards in Michès. We have all different kinds of activities for sports. There's always going to be a wide array for everybody on that side. Then obviously, as far as children go, we have our kids club. We were the first to really put out a kids club. We have our baby and petite club. We have our chill zone for our teenagers, tons of different activities for them. And then over and above just our kids club, we have our great, amazing family activities that happen throughout the day, where the kids that don't necessarily love to be in kids club can still do these great activities with their parents while they're there. And then food and beverage, I think obviously most important for a lot of us. Our food and beverage is second to none. Gourmet dining, beautifully done plates. When you walk into our buffet or what we call our marché, you'll generally see in almost every village a display table of the specific dishes that are going to be prepared there that night. It's not your traditional buffet, and we'll talk more on food as we go through, but food and beverage is very, very important to us. So our Club Med offer currently starting today for you guys. I sent out an email earlier this week to let everyone know that this was happening for Travel Advisor Month, specifically for travel advisors, specifically for Michès Playa Esmeralda. You guys have an advantage over our direct website, over our call center, over any of our boutiques, all of that stuff. Travel agents exclusively will have 5% off on any Michès package booked this month. And that is good for travel from now until June 2026. So this is not a short-term offer. This is not something that won't apply to people So if you have people looking to travel over Christmas, or if you have people looking to travel over New Year's or any other holidays that are coming up, you can use this promo code now. And this is only for travel agents. So we did something similar to this last year. And we think, with the success we had, it makes sense to give you guys the opportunity again to have the upper hand. Not only are you already cheaper than the website, but you guys bring your own expertise that you can offer. So it should be a no-brainer for your clients to book Michès directly with you. So you see the promo code on here. We'll be sending this out again for the next 4 weeks. And if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me or Natasha. But it's a great offer, and hopefully we have a lot of success with it so we can do more of these moving forward. So what is Exclusive Collection? The client experience at hand is we try to pick the most beautiful places on earth. We've always tried to do that with all of our resorts, but Exclusive Collection, you're seeing that over and above, whether that's Cefalù in Sicily, Seychelles in the Indian Ocean, Albion in Mauritius, the Maldives. There is no more beautiful places than where we're putting these resorts right now, and it is beautiful. Tailor-made high-end service. So you're going to notice little differences that you might not notice at a Fort Trident, just not to be a white glove service, but just something over and above. So if you're in Finaloo in the Maldives, your breakfast service that's served to you in your pool in your overwater bungalow, just a little extra. And then again, the unique art of living. So that is more about disconnecting from our phones, connecting with each other. This happens at both our family properties and at our more adult geared properties. We're just trying to give you enough activities so that you're not feeling like you need to pick up the phone 150 times that day. We want you to connect with the people you came with and enjoy yourself. And then the more space and intimacy, you will see this at properties like Michès, whether it's our Archipelago suites, it's the La Perla private poolside, little kind of nooks and crannies kind of all over the resort, just to give you that little bit of intimacy and space on your own. So our premium all-inclusive formula, we've kind of touched on this, but it is the comfortable spaces and areas. It's our exclusive collection spaces. It is all the little extra offerings that we do. And I'm just looking at my watch because I want to make sure we get through everything here. But these little extras will cover more as we kind of go through here. So our exclusive collection range. So this is very important. So we have exclusive collection resorts. So that would be a property like Seychelles, like Cefalù, like Michès Playa Esmeralda. The full resort is considered exclusive collection. We then have our spaces where you'll find these is Punta Cana, Cancun. A lot of our ski resorts will have 2 floors dedicated to exclusive collection where they're going to have access to an exclusive collection lounge, upgraded drinks, upgraded rooms, little things like that. They'll have room service in their room where they might not necessarily have that in the rest of the resort. Over and above that, we have our villas and chalets. So our villas and chalets are kind of secondary properties near one of our Club Med resorts. So you find these again in Seychelles, you find these at a lot of our ski resorts. So if you're at Grand Massif de Simone in France, in the French Alps, we have these beautiful new bungalows that were built just off the property. So you have a full kitchen, you have 4 to 5 bedrooms, depending on what you need. So a little more space to give you that experience, but then you have full access to everything in Village as well. And then, of course, we have our 5-masted sailing yacht, Club Med 2, that is cruising all around the world, 52 different itineraries. The itinerary changes every single week, which is really unique, I think. And just a really cool opportunity to experience Club Med while visiting multiple destinations. And it really does have the Club Med spirit. They're still doing crazy signs. The food is amazing, and the activity level and the geos are awesome. So when we look at our exclusive collection map, you can see we are growing quite rapidly. What started out with just Albion and Mauritius, we have now expanded across the world, and we're going to keep focusing on that. So you'll see other new properties opening in the next few years. Exclusive collection will be at the heart of that. So whether it is a space or a full resort, the nice thing is that we have the variety and we can kind of offer it to all different people. So our North American exclusive collection range. So as I mentioned, Club Med Cancun, we have Jade, which is its own unique space in the center of the resort. Club Med Punta Cana, we have our Tiara section. Club Med Charlevoix, in the main building, we have the 7th and 8th floor, which are exclusive collection. Totally different design from the rest of the resort. We actually had an indigenous designer because of the territory we're on come and do the design. And the best thing about Exclusive Collection in Charlevoix is the seventh floor lounge. When you go out onto the balcony, we actually have two old school wooden hot tubs on that balcony with a beautiful view of the St. Lawrence. So keep that in mind. And then, of course, as we mentioned, Club Med 2 cruises. So whether you're looking at the Mediterranean side of it, the Caribbean side of it, we even go as far as Africa. We're cruising up to Tunisia and Senegal. So some really cool destinations on that. That is our range for Exclusive Collection. So for Michès Playa Esmeralda, like I said, this resort is very special to me because it is one of my first Club Med Caribbean experiences I've had. Um, it kind of speaks to what Club Med is from our core coming to the Caribbean. So places like Martinique and Cancun, where we were the first to open up and we picked the best locations we could. If you've been to Club Med Cancun, you know we're at the very beginning of the seven, three totally separate beaches, all these kind of cool things that have been built around us. And what started as just one resort is now over 200 resorts in one area built surrounding where we started it. Miches, we're already starting to see that. So Miches is 90 minutes from the airport in Punta Cana. So you would fly into Punta, and then we are basically in the foothills of the Savannah Mountains. So Savannah Bay is this beautiful area, gold sand beaches, turquoise water, super lush, very jungle feeling. And we were the first ones there again, and now you can see, I'm sure you guys are seeing it in South Voyage and Sarev. We have a ton of competitors building around us. The great thing is, I was just there a week ago. You don't hear or see any of the construction that's going on. So it definitely still feels like a very unspoiled, beautiful beach spot. So let's show you guys what Miches looks like. So that is just a taste of what Club Med Miches Playa Esmeralda is like. So again, at first glance, you can see Miches is an untouched region in Dominican Republic. It is one of the first openings that we had in 25 years, which was really exciting for us. Exclusive Collection Resort, the first and only in all of North America that is fully exclusive collection. And the really unique concept that this is very much four different boutique villages all on one property. The eco-chic thing, you notice this as soon as you come in. When you drive into Miches Playa Esmeralda and you see the Club Med sign, the next thing you see is our water facility that we have on site. That's providing clean water for the area. So that's right there, and you can actually see throughout the resort while you walk around. We have our not like a traditional water tap, but a tap that will actually fill a bottle as you walk around the village, which is really kind of cool. So the eco-fusion side of it. And you really feel this in the La Perla section. You feel this in the Zen Jungle section. It is a very unique feeling resort because the space actually isn't that big and you never feel too far from anything. So whether you're in Emerald Jungle or you're in Explorer Cove or Archipelago area, all of these areas are, 2 minutes away from the main section of the resort. You're never too far from anything. So you never feel disjointed because a lot of other resorts can feel a little too big for what it is, but here, you're always steps away from everything. We've really tried to design it as well as we could in that sense. So reasons to go, Eco Hideaway. Again, you are in the center of a secluded jungle on this perfect pristine beach. And this is, kind of your postcard type of beach. We have lean palm trees right over the water, the waves kind of come in crushing in. And the great thing here too is, like the rest of Punta Cana, where you're seeing sandbags in the water to break the water, because we're in this cove, the water's never too rough here, very easy to swim, no massive rocks or anything like that. You can walk in here without water shoes. So it is a great beach hideaway, which I love about it. The immersive serenity, when you are in the jungle side of this resort, if you're in Emerald Jungle, which is adults only section, it is that you could hear a pin drop on most days here. Our Zen pool is so quiet, so calm. We have a smoothie bar over there, the only swim up bar in all of Club Med. So We have no other swim-up bars in any other resort that we have in Club Med except for Michès Playa Esmeralda, and that is in our adults only pool. The festive chic ambiance. So you see this with our Club Med Live. Club Med Live is a project that we started a long time ago where we've enlisted all these different bands and singers and performers that are switching resorts on a week to 2 week basis. They're just moving all around the world. So, when you're getting ready for dinner, you have a nice light guitar and a vocalist singing there just to kind of get you in the mood to keep you going throughout the night. And it changes all throughout the day, different bands doing different sections. So if you're doing our barbecue at Coco Plum, our gourmet lounge at Michès Playa Esmeralda, they'll be set up with a band right there to play you throughout the day. But a really, really cool spot, or a really cool, nice addition to have there. There's just always something going on, which is great. And then revitalize your well-being. Wellness is at our core, whether it's the many different kinds of yoga we're offering, the fresh smoothie bar, the Zen pool, we have our yoga palapa in the middle of the jungle. It's raised. It's the kind of one of the coolest ways to do hot yoga, right in the center of our sports area. So it's really cool to have that. But yes, well-being, our spa, lots of different options here for you. So again, one resort, four boutique villages. So you can see Caribbean Paradise. This is our leading category. These rooms are absolutely gigantic. You can do this with families and teens. You can do it with all different ages of families, honestly, in this category. This is really nice because it's at the center of the resort. So for me, I was in this last time I was there. For me to get to the Coco Plum restaurant, the main restaurant, Cayuco, or the lobby, or the show, or anything like that took less than 2 minutes. It was very close to everything. So a really great spot. And again, these rooms are massive. Our lead-in, because it is exclusive collection, these rooms are huge. We have day beds in here. Our balconies are gigantic. We have built-in Bluetooth speakers. We have soaker tubs. We have rainwater shower heads, double sinks, massive rooms. Emerald Jungle is our adults only section that is, I would say, our lead-in adults only section. Honestly, this is maybe my favorite category that we have at this resort because the rooms are just so well designed. The coloring, the green on the walls with the wood, and then when you go into the bathrooms here, they've used black tile, beautiful walk-in showers, really, really nice in there. And then right next to the Zen pool and very close to the spa. So really cool location there. Then we have Explorer Cove, which is definitely our most family forward section. So maps on the wall everywhere. The family rooms here are going to be two separated bedrooms where the kids will have their own twin XLs. So generally speaking, Explorer Cove is max occupancy 4, 2 adults, 2 kids. We will allow for 5 with a baby and 2 kids, etc. But again, really, really well designed, massive rooms, really beautiful. And then we have Archipelago. So Archipelago is maybe one of our highest end rooms we've ever done in North America, maybe even in the world. These suites are massive. If you're on our Facebook page, you would have seen me do our room walkthrough while I was there last month. These rooms are huge. They're kind of townhouse style. They have their own private beach in front of them. We can't even call it a plunge pool. It's basically your own in-ground pool. You have an outdoor shower. You have your hammock. You have your own living room. This massive primary suite with these high ceilings. Ceilings go up to 20 feet. So it's really, really beautiful in there. Really well laid out. And again, totally secluded from the rest of the resort, but still only a couple minute walk to everything. So really, really nice. The one thing that's not on here, in Explorer Cove, we also have La Perla. Those are kind of on the same level as Archipelago, but for families. So similar to our Explorer Cove family rooms, it is 2 separate bedrooms, one with the primary and the kids' room. The kids' room actually gets their own full bath in here with a walk-in shower, their own water closet, all of that stuff. And then we have a living room in the middle. We have an outdoor shower here, and every single one of these properties is beachfront as well. So really, really nice. So you can kind of see here on the map, you can see Archipelago on the far side, Caribbean Paradise right next to that, Emerald Jungle, which is kind of in the middle back, and then Explorer Cove. And then you see the sports facilities to the side. So in Explorer Cove, you actually see the La Perla family suites. So those are all beachfront right there. But yeah, really easy resort to get around. Even though it is these 4 unique different villages, they're all very tightly connected. Obviously, multiple pools across the resort. So our main pool, you can see here, right walking out of our lobby, you have that really long stretch, which is great for lap swimming during the day. Honestly, this pool stayed pretty quiet both times I've been at this property. And at the very end, you can't really see it here. There's steps up that go into a lagoon style pool as well, which you can see directly below that image. And then we have our wellness pool, our Zen pool, and the Zen jungle. So that's where our swim up bar is and our smoothie bar. This is more of a quiet area to just kind of chill. We have a little pond surrounding it where you'll see koi fish and turtles and all of that stuff. And then we have our La Perla pool. So if you are staying in the La Perla section, because for families, we do not put plunge pools in for, just in case anyone slips and falls in, we give them the La Perla private section pool, which is a beautiful infinity edge pool with its own bar, its own snacks, and all that stuff happening here. And this is also beachfront. So really cool spot there. Our 4 restaurants. So we have Keuku, Coco Plum, Colin Copper, and Coco Co. So Keuko is our main restaurant. It is our marché. This is where you will have the majority of your meals. Beautiful section, 4 very different dining rooms. We have our adults only dining room, which is sectioned off with its own glass door, stays very quiet. You don't have to be in the adults only section to use it. You can go in any night as long as you don't have kids with you. And then we have 3 rooms that are open to families. We then have Coco Plum, which is on the beach. It is technically our gourmet lounge, our a la carte service restaurant, but we also do special events here as well. We do barbecues here during the day. One night a week, we'll also do a really large barbecue here. The ones during the day, we actually experienced when we were there, and they did a Moroccan style feast. Amazing food, maybe some of the best food I've had at Club Med. Honestly, it was hard not to go back 2 or 3 times. We have Coal and Copper, which is our specialty restaurant. This is a steakhouse on property. This is at an extra cost, so please keep that in mind. Coal and Copper is a traditional Montreal style steakhouse. You see that with the menu. It is your ribeyes, your New York strips, your tomahawks, all of that stuff you can get here. But again, remember there is an extra cost that comes with that, so keep that in mind when recommending to your clients. And then we have Cacao and Co., which is our secret, or sorry, this is our coffee shop, which we actually have in the center of the resort. Oh no, I'm messing this up completely. Sorry, this is our hidden chocolate room that is in our main dining room. This is open one night a week. It's kind of a special thing for kids. Weirdly, when we were there, they did it on white night, which is very dangerous. You see that chocolate fountain behind them? Yeah, I got some of that on me. That does happen from time to time. But we fill this room with candy, with chocolate, with donuts, with all different kinds of stuff, chocolate covered strawberries. And it's just this cool little added feature where, you've been at the resort for 4 nights now. Now all of a sudden, here's this hidden chocolate room that just opens up that nobody knew was in there. It's really a unique experience. Over and above that, we do have our coffee shop as well, which has donuts and snacks and sandwiches and salads and all that stuff through the day, and all the specialty coffees you could want. If you order a regular drink from Starbucks, I guarantee you we have it on our menu there and they know how to make it. So a really good option there as well. So we talked about Coco Plum. This just gives you an idea of what the look is here, indoor, outdoor, really, really unique, great bar here. We also have La Cava here where you can set up wine pairing meals, and they have their own table in there, which is really unique as well. You can do late breakfast here, late lunch here, or dinner here any night. Dinner is the only one that you need a reservation for, so just keep that in mind. The 4 bars, 3 wine cellars, coffee house we just talked about, so you can see all that. The main bar is a really cool spot where we do the majority of our shows. It's actually another really cool thing about this is it's one of the best like hidden value food features of the day. So every single day before dinner, we have a open fire barbecue there, and they do skewers here where they do steak and chicken. Uh, Honestly, when we were there, it made it much harder to eat dinner because I grabbed like 6 of these steak skewers. I have no idea what they put on the steak, but it is delicious. And it's just a red pepper, an onion, and 3 chunks of steak. I would have like 6 before dinner every night. So good. But you can see all the other bars here as well. The La Perla bar that we talked about, the coffee house, El Limon bar, really cool spots around here. And then the highlights for families. So children's clubs for all ages. This is very important for all guests. So do keep in mind our baby club and petite club. That is your 0 to 4-year-old or 0 to 3 age range. There is an extra cost. It is commissionable. They should book before they get down there because there's no guarantees that they will get the space once they are there. So keep that in mind. Our family services, our mini club plus, which is our kids club. Um, our kids clubs are very, very active. The activities are really great because of the GOs that we have on site. Most of our GOs have child and or early childhood education background, or they're just from different areas of the world, normally North America, South America, or Europe. So just a different experience than some of our competitors in terms of where you drop your kids off and kind of what the expected care style is, so a little more familiar for people. We have our amazing family program, which we've talked about. This is, again, to kind of keep families engaging, getting them off their devices, just different activities all throughout the day. So whether that is a foam party or our sunset ritual that we do at Michès that happens on the beach every Wednesday night, where they have a massive bar set up, they do the face paint. You guys saw my picture at the beginning with all the white paint. That was at Meech's sunset ritual. They cut mangoes into roses. They have horses riding around. It's a really, really cool experience. So those amazing family programs are happening all the time. Obviously the main pool, the other pools that we touched on, the Children's Club and Splash Park. We did not talk about this. So in our sports area, right next to our kids club, we have our splash park and pool specifically for kids. If you've seen what we've done in Punta Cana and Cancun lately, those are a little bit bigger, more for all ages, where you can be teenagers kind of going down those slides, no problem. This one is definitely geared towards the 10, 11. That's the end of the range for that area. But it's a great spot. It's got a really big giant shade there too for parents to hang out, some beach chairs, but a really nice spot. We also have our little gardener's house, which is part of the kids club. We grow a lot of our own vegetables at this resort so that we can work that into our dining program every day. But the kids actually get to go out and do their gardening while they're at the resort, just to kind of get their hands dirty and do something different. And then, of course, we have our playful family accommodations. So whether that be the themed rooms in Explorer Cove or the La Perla rooms, just enough space where you can do a little bit more than just, go back, collapse on a bed, and then go back out for dinner. So as we roll through here, just kind of a reminder of what we have at these resorts. So this is our holistic approach. So healthy food, this is always, part of our program. Well-being is very important to us. So we want to make sure that, yes, we're offering delicious, unhealthy food, the chocolate fountains, the steaks, the mashed potatoes, the whatever, all of that stuff is there. But we always want to make sure we have healthy options. And then over and above that, if you have people with allergies, celiac, gluten-free, any of that stuff, we cater to all of that. There is, you can always request ahead of time that we actually have our head chef walk your clients around the restaurant, show them exactly what they can and can't have. And then they can also recommend different places for different nights to make sure that they're accommodated for their entire stay. The mindfulness and yoga, we've touched on so many different options, whether it's the aerial yoga in the yoga studio, or it is the hot yoga on the pull-up out by the sports area that we touched on. Sports galore. One of the craziest things here is it's kind of like windsurfing. I'm not even 100% sure exactly what it's called, but they have this inflatable sail thing that you stand on a paddleboard. Couple of my agents tried it last time. It didn't go super well for anybody, but it is unique and it's there and it's an activity that you can definitely take part in. We also have our trapeze, kind of a Club Med core thing to have. So if your kids want to try to do the trapeze and try and complete the catch, they have that opportunity. We have our archery, which I feel like I'm Robin Hood every time I do. I absolutely love to go out there and do that. And we split all the times up. So there's specific times where if the kids club can be there, or different age ranges, or if you want to go and just have adults there, you can do that as well. Natural reconnection. We have our own stables at this property. We have our own horses just off to the right of the main beach. So a unique opportunity there. Our blissful spa, our spa here is unbelievable. The actual venue itself, we have a little H2O maze that you can kind of take around the back with its kind of stone walls and walk through, and just a really cool place to hang out for a little bit. If you don't want to do a treatment, you can also pay, I think it was $10 or $12 American while you're there. And you can just hang out in that area for the day and use, that quiet space for yourself. And then again, the social well-being, the disconnecting, getting off your phones, actually looking at the people that you're on vacation with and making sure that you're experiencing everything with them. You're creating core memories. We don't always need our phones out for this. And, you know, I'm 37. I've kind of had a phone in my hand since I was 14, but it's really nice to be on these properties where, you know, my 10-year-old isn't asking for her phone or her iPad every 10 minutes. We are doing different things. She's watching the bands. When crazy signs start, she is the first one out there. And honestly, this is the crazy thing. I go to these resorts with my families and I see my 10-year-old doing the crazy signs. I go to these resorts with travel agents, and Kathy, who was on our last one, 69 years old, absolutely throwing down for crazy signs. Like some of the craziest dancing I think I've ever seen from a travel agent on a trip. And every single person on the trip was like, wow, if I can do that when I'm 69, good for her. So we also have some really cool partnerships here, whether it is Jonah Kest for our yoga, or Chloe, who is one of our vegan chefs that we bring in, where we do different kinds of things. So we did this at Elevation Fest last year in Charlevoix. We also do this here in Michès. So just cool ambassadors that are there and just adding a little extra to what the properties already have. Sports galore, so we've touched on this. So tennis, pickleball. So if you do have pickleball groups, this is a great spot for them. Definitely your higher end, but great pickleball courts. We still have tennis courts here for anybody that's mad about Cancun. You can always send your tennis groups here as well. Fitness classes, kayaking, paddleboarding, yoga. The gym is awesome here. I normally put up pictures from there. I'm in the gym every single day when I'm on property. So a really good gym. Our snorkeling, archery, indoor climbing, team sports, circus with your trapeze, which is awesome. And then we have a running track that runs all the way around the resort and through the jungle. So really cool with that too. Yoga Palapa that we've touched on. This is actually a better view of it so you can see exactly where it is. Our blissful spa. So again, you can see some of the activities that we have here, our hydrotherapy, our nature excursions. So there's, because of where we are, I wouldn't say this is your atypical spot for the most, exciting excursions you'll ever do. Everything is very nature centered here. So Montana Redonda, you can see that from the top of the mountain that kind of backs onto the resort. There's the big swing up there, a really cool spot. We have our cocoa trails. There is some amazing whale watching here, horseback riding. We also do turtle releases here. Normally the month is June. That's when you want to be there. And as long as you're there in June and you kind of look at the dates ahead of time, you can actually go release the baby turtles, which is a really cool experience as well. For travel advisors, it is travel agent month, so we should talk about you guys. We have our Club Med Travel Advisors webpage, our portal, CMTA is what we always call it. So this is your one-stop shop for everything Club Med. So whether you need my contact or Natasha's contact, or you're trying to make a booking or compare rooms, or you want to grab a fact sheet, see pictures, any of that stuff, all of that can be done from here. Even marketing material, agent rates, your great advisor, loyalty points, all of that stuff is found on here. So do make sure you're utilizing that. We are on Serev and Soft Voyage on the sidebar. It's there as an option. Honestly, if we can have one thing change, it's that you use this more often than not, because this tool just gives you more options. So on Soft Voyage and Serev, you can only book North American products and our ski in the Alps, and that is it. It has to be done as a package. On this, you can do land only, you can do one night, you can do 2 nights. If you have people that are finishing a river cruise in France and they want to do Provence for 2 nights, you can book that on there. Everything is on this website, and it's a great space for you to be. I forgot there was an animation here. CMTA Pro Club Med, same login, same credentials. So again, current offers, your marketing tools, the booking engine, webinars that we've done, and you can earn rewards on here. And I forgot to fill the sheet out, but you guys know who I am. I'm Tyler. If you don't know my phone number, send me an email and we'll get to you. Thank you guys so much. That was a lot to run through, especially on one property. Normally we do 20, but it was really great to do a deep dive into Michès, especially with the promotions that we have on for this month. A special shout out to Natasha George. Thank you for joining us and introducing yourself. You guys are going to be seeing a lot more of her this month with it being Travel Agent Month. And then pay close attention because we'll have FAMs coming out in the near future as well. So make sure you're watching for that. So Susan, you want to go through some of these questions?
Okay, so I definitely do. And I know Natasha, her little fingers were busy from behind helping out. But
Okay,
before we do, I have a question, if it's okay. So you know I love
absolutely not. No,
Club
you're
Med,
not allowed to
right?
ask questions.
I love it. So what I did was I created a little poll here
Okay.
on Zoom for our friends on Facebook. I just want you to put the answer in the comments. So I'm going to launch the poll and I'm going to read the question so everyone has it.
Okay.
And the question is, have you stayed at a Club Med property? Okay, so Zoom, you can answer it here, and I'm going to share the results shortly with Natasha and Tyler. Facebook friends, can you please, in the comments, let us know? All right, so Tammy's answered, thank you so much. Okay, all right, Jackie's answered, Alana, hi guys. All right, amazing. Okay, we're going to close the poll in a moment. Facebook friends, if you haven't answered in the comments, no worries. Please just add them now. But I believe it's interesting. I'm going to end the poll and I'm going to share the results with you guys.
Hmm.
Oh,
Wow.
That's more than I thought.
Wow.
right? So we're almost at the halfway point where some have and some haven't, just so everyone knows. Again, on Facebook, it's about the same as well, about half and half, which is great. We got to get you there. I know you guys have great agent rates. You got an amazing agent portal, and someone's going to go from this webinar today. I mean,
100%.
100%,
Absolutely.
right? Amazing. Okay. All right. So let's end that. We're going to get to some questions. Thank you, Natasha, for that. Okay, so we kind of answered it. Anonymous person has asked about FAMs, agent rates. So we know we talked about that. Is there anything else you wanted to add to that, or we're okay?
We can touch on it a little bit. So for FAMs for the rest of this year, generally speaking, I do four and my counterpart will do four every year. So I've already done two and I will be looking to do two more in what we call season two. So between July and December. I will likely be doing one Europe one and then one more North American one. So whether that's Cancun or Punta or Michès, wherever. So keep that in mind. And now that we have Natasha, I have somebody else to do FAMs, which makes me very excited. So she will also be out there doing a North America FAM and then hopefully an iZone FAM as well. So really excited to have that out there. So keep your eyes peeled. We post it on the Facebook group. We send it out in our matrices. So just make sure that you're on our mailing list or that you're on our Facebook, and you'll definitely hear about.
Okay, great. Michelle, hi, Michelle. Michelle's asking, what is the cost for the Coral and the Copper restaurant?
Colin Copper, it really depends on what you eat there. So the last time I was there, we had a group out. I would say we were averaging about $100 to $110 a couple.
Mhm.
So somewhere in that realm, 100 and 110 USD. So keep that in mind. That changes kind of daily. That could be $400 one day and $6 the other day. You never know.
Right. Okay, Mary Catherine's asking, I have a travel agent upgrade in my GA account. Can I apply this upgrade when I'm booking the Great Advisor points?
Yes, you can.
Okay, amazing. Louise, hi Louise is asking to take advantage of the travel agent rates because they all want to go to Club Med, guys. This is a
Yes.
good thing, right?
As they
To
should.
to clarify, do you need to be a full-time travel agent? And do we need to have our own IATA card or can we use the employment letter from our host agency?
That's a good question. So, full-time agent, no, because we know that the majority of host agents aren't full-time there anymore. So you just need to be employed at an agency. We prefer if you have an IATA, it makes it easier, but you don't have to. You can use the agency IATA as well, but you will need letterhead and signed copy from your employer saying that you are an employee there.
Okay.
And for the agent rates, we should kind of say this expressly as well. So when it comes to agent rates that are only available in North America, so Charlevoix, Buccaneers, Guadeloupe, Columbus, we are not doing them because of the air. So because we have a charter, we can't offer the rates there. But Turks and Caicos, Cancun, Punta, and Miches, they're offered at all of those properties. We do not offer travel agent rates outside of North America, but you can use your points anywhere in the world. So if you have points, you can use them everywhere.
Okay, that's great. Okay. Also between Facebook and Zoom, guys, just so you know, I've added the Spoiled Agent Supplier page for Club Med. You simply go to spoiledagent.com, go down to hotels and click on Club Med, and you can get all the contact information, all the stuff that Tyler's been talking about today, the agent portal, specialties program. Like, I mean, it goes on and on and on. So please make sure that you guys check that out. Lisa's asking about food allergies. Are there any specific options and labeled for special diets like gluten-free, vegan?
So
Yes. Go ahead,
go ahead,
Natasha.
Tyler.
No, no.
So food dietary restrictions we do cater to, especially at this location. You will get an elevated experience. So definitely, we always say when going to the resort, just make sure that you touch base with the front desk so they can get you in touch with the head chef to point you in the direction in terms of your dietary needs.
Okay, great. And I know that when I went to Club Med Charlevoix with my husband on our vacation, we actually added the app onto our phones first, and we got to see everything that's happening before we got there. So we could, pack our shirts, or we knew there was a special day, like we would have all the right, I call it gear, right? That's just who we are. We love to participate. Everyone doesn't have to. But Elisa's asking clients, how can they access events for their stays? So that's with the app, of course, but
Mhm.
also just for you guys, can they reserve restaurants in advance prior to arrival?
Unfortunately, not at this time. No, definitely you have to be on premises to reserve your restaurant reservations and quite a bit of things in advance. Things you can kind of book in advance, I would say, would be anything in regards to excursions, things like that. But when it comes to restaurants and the activities that are included with your stay, that is on premises.
Okay,
And
Yeah.
same goes, connect when you get there to make sure you got a spot.
Yeah,
great.
generally speaking, when it comes to our resorts, because we normally have two or three main restaurants, it's I will say it's pretty easy to get reservations even when you're there in high season because we do really only have the two. And then a lot of the time too, if you forgot to make reservations or if you're looking to go for like a later dinner and you want to go to a seated, Cocoa Plum or something along those lines, generally you can get in as long as there's availability there. Um, Also with the app, yeah, that's another really good point. You should be downloading that app ahead of time, especially if you do want to follow the themes. You'll be able to see kind of the week ahead of you, so you can see exactly what everybody is wearing down there and all of that stuff. But then same thing goes with the the great family activities, the kids club stuff, all the different times for the sports. So whether you want to do archery at 8 a.m. or at 3 or 4 p.m., whatever, you can see exactly what's available to you on there. And it's just a click away. And you can do your early arrival there as well. So
Hmm.
your check-in is really quick. The credit card's already on file. You just kind of give them a passport, get your room and go.
And just to hook onto that, Tyler, if that's okay,
Mhm.
um, essentially, I have to say anything that we did for activities, because we're activity people, I mean, we're exhausted. By the end of the night, after the party every night, which was for everybody, which we loved, we were ready for bed because we did, I think, everything on the app that day. But I have to say, any equipment or anything that was used was all, I'm talking top notch, whether, we're going for a bike ride or whatever it was. Everything was just top notch. I know in Charlevoix there was many different types of yoga offered a day. Everything was just the room was beautiful. Everything is really well done. So if you're going to do something, I can tell you everything, all the equipment is very good.
Thank you. I
All
appreciate that.
right.
I do think that is very true. We try
Yeah.
to keep everything, like you said, our resorts have been around for a long time, and the fact that they're still, what Cancun's been around since 78, and it's still a full functioning one of the top resorts in all of Mexico still. It's we pride ourselves on keeping our stuff as fresh as we possibly can, and that goes for the gear that we're using. You see it in the trapeze school, you see it on the sports islands that we have everywhere. We're really trying to stay on top of that.
All right. I can tell. It's obvious. Danielle's asking the great advisor points from training. How and when are they applied to our account?
So if you've done, so Club Med University, we are pausing at the moment. We are going to redo it. So it's a little out of date. There's some Sandpiper stuff in there, and Sandpiper has not been around for a
Right.
while.
Mhm.
So we will be redoing it and putting it back up on the website we're talking September, October. They're saying that, so I'm going to say November, December is probably more accurate. Once that's there, we'll start doing the points again. But if you've previously done it and you didn't already receive your points, just let us know and we can reach out to our marketing team to see exactly what's happening there. But as for right now, if you haven't done it already, it is paused, but you will see it again this fall.
Okay, I have a Facebook question. We're just going to head over to Facebook. Hi, Erin. How's it going? Nice to see you. Looking for information on how to book and guarantee an accessible room for a client,
Mhm.
specifically for today's property, Mitch's property.
Yeah, so again, on CMTA, if you're looking at the dates and you're not seeing that room, they could be booked. I'm assuming that would probably be the situation. But Club Med Travel Agent is the best place to be able to go and find it. Obviously, we have our call center. You can call them directly too if you're feeling like you might just be missing it. You can always call them. Our hold times are next to nothing, which is awesome. So you get through to them really quickly. But we do have accessible rooms at every property. And actually, we have quite a few of them at most properties, so you shouldn't run into an issue where you can't find them. But if you are not seeing it on the website, I would recommend calling the call center. That's probably the easiest way to get it.
And just to chime in, it is actually in the category of deluxe room in the Caribbean Paradise as well as the Explorer Cove, the
Yeah.
accessible rooms.
Okay, awesome. I just want to say Sherry said she has to run, but thank you for everything.
Thanks, Sherry.
I also want to say Jana, our friend in Newfoundland, said that she's with me. She thinks all the equipment and everything is all top notch. So for sure.
Yes.
Jana, I'll be in Newfoundland next month. I'm very excited.
Ooh. Oh, I love it. Okay, so Jana, you're gonna see Tyler next month.
There you go.
Catherine wants to know, can points be used at Charlevoix?
No. So because of our split ownership with the mountain, a lot of people know the brothers that own Cirque du Soleil also own Le Massif, which is the mountain we're on.
Yep.
Because of that, we do not accept points there. So you can use agent rates, and the agent rates in the summer are especially good. The agent rates in the winter sometimes a little harder to come by. Our occupancy levels are very, very high there in the winter. But in the summer, you shouldn't have an issue getting the agent rate.
Okay. Let's see here. Mary Catherine's asking, can our clients access the app after they have paid their deposit or only after final payment?
After they pay the deposit. So
Deposit.
as soon as a booking number is created, they can access the app.
Okay. And I mentioned the app because I found that really useful for me as a planner and want to be involved in everything. So
Mhm.
why not, right?
It's nice to know when snacks go out too. That's why I like it.
I want to make sure I had all the right stuff. Okay, Lisa's asking, do you offer any live cams on this resort or any other Club Med resorts? I think that's cool.
No, though. I'm surprised actually we don't. I've never thought about it until someone just asked. Because obviously I've been going to a lot of the mountain resorts lately, which all the mountains have their own webcams and most of the club beds just happening right in front of them. But no, we don't have any at the moment. But that is a good topic of discussion for us to talk about when we're on our sales conference next month.
Do you want to get ready? You want to see what's happening at the beach and fun stuff like that, right?
Yeah,
Absolutely.
100%.
Okay, so Laura's asking, is there a minimum age for someone to access the gym?
16.
Okay, great. Christine says our agency got our a portal access to Club Med. Should we go on with yours or ours? I'm not
I
sure.
don't know if I fully understand that
Me neither. Maybe
question.
Christine on Zoom, if you can maybe retype it for us in the Q&A. Okay, so Louise is asking to clarify, you mentioned travel agent rates are applicable for North America, but can we use them all for all Caribbean?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Okay, I'm just double checking. Lots of people saying hi, and they're really enjoying stuff. You guys have actually blown up Facebook. I'm just gonna say it today. What's happened over here?
We blew up Facebook together.
Oh, that's true. Okay, Sonia said she's got to go. Thank you so much. And everyone really, really enjoys it. Danielle said, I love that you guys are so well informed about exactly which room categories have accessible features. This is a topic that she often struggles with other hoteliers, and it's really, really nice for her to get some clear information.
This is
Fantastic.
why we
Thank you.
hire Natasha. Natasha is like, when she said 16 about the gym, I was just like, I don't know. I just go in there. I don't see any kids. But yeah, she's the pro. Being in the call center as long as she was, she knows all of this stuff. So now I have a go-to when you guys ask me questions because sometimes I get stumped too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's a hard job. You really have to know everything because Natasha, you're the center point for people to ask. So good
I
Mhm.
on
agree.
you for
Thank you.
sure. Well, listen, everyone has really enjoyed themselves. We have too. We love getting all your updates. We love working with our friends at Club Med. And we love all our spoiled agents who joined us today, whether it was over their lunch or whether their coffee, depending where they're located today, of course. And don't forget, our friends at Club Med are a part of our Travel Agent month-long celebration. So we love it. And thank you so much, Tyler and Natasha. It was really great to meet you today.
Likewise, likewise. And I'm
Thank you so much,
excited for more
everybody.
to come.
Happy Travel Agent Month, everybody. Thank you so much.
Happy Travel Agent Month.